Right, morning fellas, welcome back to another Villa on Tour video today. I'll be predicting every single result from now until the end of the season, every Villa result, every other result in the Premier League, and then finding out whether it means Aston Villa will stay up. So as you will see on screen now, there's basically a website that will calculate every single one of your score predictions for every game and make it into the Premier League table. So like I said, I'm going to do every single game, let you know all my Villa predictions, and hopefully, if I'm not too negative, it'll mean us staying up. I'm not feeling massively confident. Obviously this is the last video before football comes back on Wednesday. Just a quick one on that as well. I will be doing videos, I'll be doing live reactions from here. But just let me know as well what you want me to do. Do you want me to do live? I'm not too keen on live streams, I'm not too keen on that sort of thing. But I will, record it, cut it down to the highlights and then upload that shortly after every single game. I'm going to stop waffling on. Obviously leave a like on the video if you do go on to enjoy it. Can we hit 750 likes? It's a big ask, but leave a like on the video if you do want to enjoy it. Subscribe if you are new. We're very close to 35,000 subscribers, but without further ado, let's get on with these predictions. So then, game week 1/28 sort of thing. It is weird, this whole thing. It just does feel like a new season. But Villa, Sheffield United. You might even be watching this after the Sheffield United game, but at Villa Park, 6 o'clock kickoff. It's going to be so weird. I'm sort of feeling not too confident. I think, if I'm going to be honest, I think we'll lose 2-0, but I think there is a possibility that we will sort of shithouse a decent point. So I'm going to be positive and go for 1-1 there. Man City Arsenal, I think, is going to be comfortable for Manchester City. So you press calculate there and you'll see at the bottom of the screen, it does actually tell you what that will mean. So that will take us obviously still into 19th, but then we'll be on the same amount of games as everyone else. It's so tight down there. Look how tight it is between us, Bournemouth, Watford, West Ham. Even the likes of Brighton could get dragged into it. So it's going to be so tight, it really is. On to our next game then, that is on Sunday, Father's Day, I believe. Villa Chelsea. It's a game against the top 6 and we just are dreadful against the top 6. I'm sorry lads, I'm going to say we're going to lose 2-1. I'm just not feeling it. Yes, it's at Villa Park, but nah, not for me. So we'll calculate that again, and after that result of us losing, no, we're getting cut adrift. I'm not going to do this after every prediction, but this is just, it's not looking great. It's just, Right, Newcastle away. I was actually fully looking forward to this game. I bought my tickets as well. I was looking forward to going to St James's Park. So I'm a little bit sad that I won't be getting to go. But, do you know what? We're going to win. We are going to win 1-0. Newcastle, I think they're safe. They don't have all that much to play for. I just think, surely with McGinn coming back, hopefully he'll run the show. It's the first relatively, I'm not going to say easy game because obviously we're 19th, there's no easy games, but like, come on, we've got to give Newcastle a game. If we can't be picking up points in those sorts of games, it's curtains for us. But I'm going to say we're going to win 1-0, Samatta to get the goal. Hopefully that comes in. Again, calculating that with 7 games to go, we are out of the relegation zone with that massive win at Newcastle. 2 points clear as well. West Ham have been drawn into it, which I think West Ham are in trouble. I think they've got a few decent, good players, but I just think West Ham, they've been really, really poor, and they've been flirting with relegation for a few years now, so we'll see. Watford getting drawn into it as well. Bournemouth coming out of the relegation zone. Ooh, okay, right, Villa Wolves, the local derby, except it's not really, but they like to think it is. It's such a tough one, that is. It's such a tough one, but I don't know, right, I'm going to put 2-2, but I can see us losing it, I just can. I think Wolves, fair play to them, they are a phenomenal side, you've got to give it to them. They'll be going for even top 4, so I'm going to put 2-2, but I can see us losing that one. Again, other notable results I've got there, Watford picking up a point, Brighton losing again, West Ham losing again, but I'm not going to show you the table this time. We're going to move straight into the next one. We're going to go straight to Villa, Liverpool away. I think we're going to get absolutely tonked, unfortunately. Yes, they may have won the league by then, they may be playing the kids, but I just don't see it happening. Again, this is another game I'd already bought tickets for. I was buzzing to go to Anfield, but yeah, let's be honest, we're gonna lose. So then, with 5 games to go, we are still out the relegation zone in 15th position. Which, if this was to come in, I'd be absolutely buzzing. Obviously, we're nowhere near safe still. We're still only 2 points clear. West Ham and Watford are still in there. Brighton have gone below us. Bournemouth as well. It's going to be so close, like just seeing all of this, like there's so many teams that could quite easily get dragged into it. So, but as it stands, we are just about safe. Ooh, Manchester United at Villa Park. Now, I think going into lockdown, Man United are probably one of the form teams in the league. They beat Man City. I think they'd won like 4 or 5 in a row or something ridiculous. Bruno Fernandes has been incredible since January and he came in. So I think we'll lose. I think we'll lose 3-1, unfortunately. I still think we're going to score goals, but I just think our defence against the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Pogba, Rashford, Martial, not ideal. Watford-Norwich, that's a massive game. I think Watford, they're a good side. Troy Dean is a good player. I just think Norwich, surely they're gone. Surely. So then with 4 games to go, oh, we're only 1 point clear. This is so... look at that, there's 3 teams on 29 points. There's a team on 31, there's a team on 30 as well. I can't handle this. It looks like Norwich are gone, it does, but West Ham, Bournemouth, Brighton and Villa. And Watford as well, it's so tight, it really is. Villa Crystal Palace, I think this is going to be the game. There's going to be a lot of build up to this game. I think if we do get the result, it's going to be absolutely huge. I think we're going to just about scrape a 1-0 win. It's going to be an awful game. I can just see it now. It's going to be a dreadful game. Not many chances, but we're going to get a last-minute winner. And it's going to be absolutely a huge 3 points, because with the situation like that, with the teams being so close, we need that. Oh, it's all changing. It's constantly changing. Brighton find themselves in the relegation zone. Villa 3 points clear, which is huge. Watford come out, West Ham come out, Bournemouth and Brighton drop back in. It's going to go to the last day. I can literally see it now. It's going to go to the last day, but we'll move on. 3 games to go. Everton away. I'm going to go 2-0 Everton. Again, another game I was buzzing to go to. I'd love to go to Goodison Park, but I just think Everton, they're not the best side in the world. They really have struggled this season, but under Carlo Ancelotti, you've got to give it to them. I just think they'll do us. They'll do us 2-0, unfortunately, but it's going to be so close. Look at that, West Ham, Watford as well. That's a huge game. I'm going to say 1-1 there, and that means for the table. Ooh, okay, so it hasn't changed. Brighton and Bournemouth remain in there. Watford and Villa and West Ham are the ones that are just about, just flirting with relegation zone, but oh, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Villa Arsenal, again, a game against a top 6 side, and this season we have been awful against the top 6. Even that game at the Emirates earlier on in the season is still bugging me. It's so annoying. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to say we're going to get a massive point. That's so optimistic. That's so optimistic, but I'm going to say we're going to scrape a point. 1-1 against Arsenal. Oh, no, look at this, right? So this is going into the last day. 1 game remaining. Obviously, look at Liverpool. They've absolutely gone. Again, fighting for top 4. Manchester United and Chelsea are going for it, but at the bottom, Villa are in 17th. West Ham just above them. Watford and Bournemouth could still get out of it. I think, you know, look at Bournemouth's goal difference I've put there. They could still get out of it, but I think it's between West Ham. But even Brighton, okay, so it's between Brighton, West Ham, Villa and Watford going into the last game. So, let's go into the last game. Oh, Watford have got Arsenal away. I'm going to say they're going to lose that. 2-1, they're going to fight till the death, but I just think Arsenal are going to be slightly too strong for Watford. Brighton, again, have got a tough trip to Turf Moor, but I think they're going to scrape a 1-1 there. Bournemouth, I'm going to say, are going to lose 2-0 away at Everton. To be fair, the sides around us, Watford, Brighton and Bournemouth, have got tough games on the last day. All got tough away trips, so that gives me a little bit of confidence, but then again we've got West Ham away, which we'll come on to in a second. So it all comes down to this, West Ham against Villa. Both sides are going to be absolutely fighting to the death, and if this is the case going into the last game, I'd probably take that, like knowing a win would guarantee us safety, but do you know what I'm going to say we're going to do? We're going to win 1-0, and that will mean that we finish 15th, which I would absolutely love. West Ham themselves do stay up, but the teams going down for me, Watford, Bournemouth and Norwich City. I think the side most likely to sort of come out of that would be Watford, because I think going into lockdown they were a very good side. Nigel Pearson got them firing, but I just think, obviously yes they beat Liverpool as well, but I don't know, it's going to be so tough. I think Villa, we've conceded the most in the Premier League there, but we do stay off with, 37 points, and we stay in 15th, which I think would be a massive achievement, but I'm being optimistic. In some of them predictions I just was being very optimistic, but I don't know. I did say on my Instagram yesterday I think we'd come 18th, but it's going to be so tough. I think that first game against Sheffield United on Wednesday, it's just going to be absolutely huge. I think once that's been played, that will tell us sort of, are we going to be okay? Because if we put in a decent performance, like we did, for example, in the Carabao Cup final against Man City, and we show a lot of fight, we might be okay. But then if we roll over and just admit defeat like we did against Leicester in our last game, that's going to say it all. So it's going to be such a big game against Sheffield United, and unfortunately they've got a lot to play for as well. because they'll be going for top 6, top 4, whatever they want to do. So yeah, it's who knows, who knows. But just a quick one on the rest of the table for my predictions. Liverpool have got 107 points, which is just ridiculous. The top 4 is Man City, Leicester and Chelsea, Man United and Wolves. Just missing out there. It's very close between Tottenham, Sheffield United and Arsenal there. The middle of the table, no one really cares. Burnley, Everton, Palace, Newcastle, Southampton, and then the relegation 6. It's very close. But those are my predictions. I'll leave a link to this website in the description if you want to go and do this for yourself, and let me know if you think Villa will stay up in the comments as well. Like I said earlier, can we hit 750 likes? That'll be much, much appreciated. But without further ado, I will see you on Wednesday. Football is back. It's going to be massive. Stay tuned. There's a lot of content on the way. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Up the Villa.